Assalamualaikum and greeting for everyone. The project we are doing is house retail management system. This is our team. My name is Muhammad Sudir bin Hadi.
My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Suhi.
My name is Dexter Carl Wilder.
And my name is Sharvin Analiki Balan.
So this is an introduction for my project. The management of retail relate on manual record keeping, which often lead to efficient error and discarding maintenance accurate information. As the demand for housing continue to grow, both landlord and tenant require a more reliable system to handle property retail transaction and tenant complaint. Recognizing this challenge, our group has undertaken the development of a house retail management system as part of our database project. This system is designed to provide a structured and organized approach to managing retail operation. It incorporates incentive database concept such as table create for a key, sheet, trigger, and sequence to ensure data integrity and constantly by centralizing information related to house, tenant, and retail activity. The system reduces indexing and improves accessibility for user. So the table for ERD and business rule. So you can see the table owner can all party house and table house is owned by one owner. So table tenant can have more than one retail endpoint, and for retail, a tenant can only rent one house at a time. So table complaint can be made by more than one tenant for the house. And for table payment, a house retail may have one or more payment depending on the type of payment. So this is a table. This is a data dictionary. This is a table for owner. So you can see attribute for table owner have owner ID, name, email, password, role, and point. So content for the attribute table owner have unique owner ID, owner full name, owner email password, use role, and owner number point. So type we are use baca 5 for owner ID, baca 10 for name, baca 20 for email, baca 10 for password, baca 10 for role, and integer 15, so 4 point. So this is a table for tenant. Attribute name for table tenant have tenant ID, IC number, owner ID, and company ID. So content for attribute table for tenant is have tenant ID, tenant IC, leaking owner ID, and leaking corporate ID. So type we are used for table tenant is baca 5 for tenant ID, integer 15 for IC number, baca 10 for owner ID, baca 10 for corporate ID. So this is a table for house. Attribute name for table house have house ID, address, house type, retail price, status, and owner ID. Content for table house have house ID, house address, type of house, price of the retail, house availability, and leaky owner ID. Type we are used for table house is baca 10 for house ID, baca 15 for address, baca 20 for house type, integer 15 for retail price, baca 20 for status, and baca 10 for owner ID. So this is a table. This is a table for complaint. Attribute name for table complaint have complaint ID, complaint date, description, status, and legal ID. Content for attribute name is have a unique complaint ID, data of complaint, complaint detail, complaint status, and leaking legal ID. Type we are used for table complaint is baca 10 for complaint ID, date, baca 100 for description, baca 20 for status, and baca 10 for detail ID. So Now we are continue for Aizuddin.
Okay, data dictionary for table name, payment. Attribute name, primary key is apa tu payment ID. For other, payment date and amount. For contents, for payment ID, the payment ID. For payment date, date of payment. For amount, payment amount. Payment ID for voucher 10, payment date for date, amount for INT 10. Okay, this is payment type before type of payment method for method MS user data ID or Lincoln return ID. Next. Okay, data dictionary for table rental. Attribute name for primary key, rental ID, start date, end date, description, rental status, tenant ID, and house ID. For contents, unique rental ID, rental start date, rental end date, rental description, current rental status, link house ID, link tenant ID, and link house ID. For type, voucher 10 for rental ID, date for start date, and date for end date. INT 5 for duration, voucher 20 for rental status, voucher 5 for tenant ID, voucher 5 for house ID. Okay, next, DDL table owner. SQL Data Definition Language or DDL. Below are the SQL statements used to create all tables based on ERD and data dictionary of the house rental management system. Data dictionary language or DDL statement are included for each table. For this display, table owner. For the right, for the left is coding to create table owner, and the right for description table owner. Next. Okay, this is DDL table tenant, and the left for coding create table tenant, and the right apa tu description for table tenant. Okay, next go to the Dexter.
So for the next one is DDL for table house. So on the left side we got the coding, and the right side we got the data that has been inserted. So we create table house. So and inside the create table for house is we got house ID, street, postcode, state, house type, rental price, status, owner ID, and constraint for primary key. Next, we get the table for rental. So same like before, we create table rental of inside the create table rental. We got rental ID, start date, end date, duration, rental status, tenant ID, house ID, and constraint for foreign key. On the right side is the data that has been inserted. And next, we got the table for DDL for table complaint. First, we got complaint ID, a unique identifier set as primary key. Next is complaint date. Start the date of the complaint was made. Description, a text field for complaint details. Status, we track the progress or resolution state. And lastly, the ID, the rental ID, it links the complaint to a specific rental record. So on the right side is the data has been inserted. Okay, next we got the DDL for table payment. So first we create the table. Inside the table, we got payment ID, payment date, amount, payment method, and rental ID. So, okay, next. Next is DML for table owner. So, for the table owner, we used to insert into statements a new owner record. The first adds Ali Ahmad with his email, password, and phone number. And the second one is Siti Amina with her respective details. So table column use. So each insert targets 4 columns, which is name, email, password, and phone. Okay. Below of the coding is the data that has been inserted, like on the coding. So next for table DML table tenant. So we used to insert into statement into this. So the first one is first insert IC number, and second one is insert IC number for other one. Yeah. So both statement target the IC number column, which stores the tenant identification number. So result verification for this. After execution, the table displays 6 records including the newly inserted IC numbers. This confirms successful data insertion. So next is DML for table house. Table house. So we use the to insert into statement to add the new house listing. The first insert terrace house inshallah with a rental price of RM 1,200 marked as available owned by user ID 1. The second insert an apartment in Bangi with a rental price of 900. Repeats marked as rented by user ID 62. So the column used, we insert target 8 with 8 column, which is street, city, postcode, and state. So it's for define the house location. And next we got the house type and rental price and status. It describes the property and its rental status. And lastly, on ID, it links the house to its registered owner. So result verification for this, after execution, the table display 6 records, including the newly inserted rows. This confirms successful data insertion. Okay. For the last one, we got for DML for table rental. So first, we insert into rental, which is start date, end date, duration, and the status, tenant ID, house ID, and the value inserted is as shown on the coding here. So the image below is represent the data has been completed, inserted. Okay, next we got Shervin.
Okay, next I will be covering the DML for complaint. The first step in interacting with our database in inserting data. In this example, we are inserting complaint record using the insert into statement. Here, we added a new complaint record with SYS date, automatically setting the complaint date to today. The description of the complaint is about a leaking pipe, and the status is pending. It's linked to rental ID 44, which ties it back to specify rental record. Now let's look at the current complaints. If you want to look the table, you need to type select star from complaint. As you can see, this command retrieves all complaints, and here is sample of how the data appears in our table. Next. Now let's move to DML for payment. Similar to complaints, we use insert into to add payments details to the database. This command records a payment made for rental ID 43. We are using SYS date to capture the date of transaction, and the payment type is monthly rental with an amount of 1,200 paid via online banking. Let's retrieve all payment records. Select star from payment. This will display all payment transactions made by tenants. Next, let's look at the DML update statement. Sometimes we need to modify existing data. For example, if a house status changes from available to rented, we will use update statement. Here we have updated the status of the house with house ID equals to 41 to rented. As you can see in the result, it confirms that one row has been updated. Next. Moving on, let's look at DML delete. If for any reason we need to remove data, the delete statement is used. For example, if we want to remove a specific owner from our database, we need to type delete from owner, where owner ID equals to 1. However, in this case, no rows were deleted because the owner with owner ID 1 does not exist. If the record were there, it will have been deleted. Next up is DML selection, where we can query specific data. If we want to find all available houses, we can use the following query. This retrieves all houses that are currently available for rent. Here is a sample of available houses. 123 main SD, Jalan Mawar 1, then Perisian Putra B is the street, then city, sample city Shah Alam Putrajaya, then postcode, state, house type, rental price, status, owner ID. Next. Finally, let's look at DML joins. In databases, we often need to combine information from multiple tables. For instance, if we want to view rental records along with the tenant details, we will perform a join. You can see the coding in the slides. The query retrieves rental records and joins them with tenant information, so we can see which tenant is associated with which rental. Here's the result of the join. Next. In conclusion, the house rental management system provides a solid foundation for managing rental properties efficiently. By integrating various DDL and DML statements, we ensure the data is well organized, easily accessible, and can be modified or retrieved when needed. While the system handles basic rental management, tasks like payment, complaints, and house availability, feature improvements such as mobile app support and endpoint security can further streamline the process and make it more user-friendly for both landlords and tenants. That's all from us. Thank you so much.